and I am the Juicer. Okay, Juicer's Corner here. I am working remotely this week. Went down to Atlanta, trying to get, they flew me down. I'm in a hotel, and they didn't like my game plan, so they didn't hire me. But what are you going to do? All right, so let's move on to the first game, the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers minus 3.5. The old man threw a pick last week again, ran back for a sixth pick, but, you know, he got lucky at the end of the game. The team came together, and they got their win. Oh, this is a tough game, man. Chicago needs it bad. Tampa's looking pretty good. A couple of their running backs are out, but the problem with the Bears is that pass, man. They can't stop the pass that well. And Brady's been throwing a bell. I mean, he threw it downfield. I was very surprised that he threw it downfield last week. So we're going to take Tampa Bay. It's 3.5. I think it's going to be a close game. If the Bears prevail, I'm happy, and that way they don't hurt me. But we're going to take Tampa Bay in this game. Sorry, Chicago fans. I'm the big man. I got Chicago going, but we're going to have to move on. All right. We're at Carolina at Atlanta. My God, Atlanta, will you please do something? I mean, I come down there, I'm trying to get you some plays, and your coach didn't even want to hear them. So, you know, you flew me down for my advice, my consulting, and you didn't like them. So we're going to see how you do without me, without the Juicer this week. But the Juicer will pick you. You're minus 2.5 against Carolina. You're 0-4. You got to get a win. You got to get a win. That's the only reason why I'm going with you. It's because you got to get a win. Listen to Juicer's Corner. And you got it. Okay, moving on. Cincinnati and Baltimore. What did I tell you about that Baltimore team? 13 points last week. The Juicer called it. They covered. You're all over me. Let's go. All right. So, Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, playing well. This kid is playing well. Won the game last week. Juicer called Cincinnati a win, didn't he? That's right. I did. All right. Cincinnati, Baltimore's minus 13. Another 13. But Cincinnati's playing well. So we're going to take Baltimore, but I don't think they cover the 13 this week. All right, moving on. We got Jacksonville and Houston. Oh, my God, Houston. What is going on? You couldn't beat Minnesota? Minnesota? They sucked. But they ran the ball, like I've been telling them. Run the ball with the guy they got. All right, this week we got Houston minus 6.5 against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I don't even know what's going on with you. Cincinnati just took you down, which was fine because that's who I picked. But you got to play better. You got to play better. Houston, I believe you're coming home. You're 0-4. You lost your coach. Maybe I should make a trip to Houston while I'm down here. Go over and talk to the Houston. Maybe they'll hire the Juicer or give them some plays for this week. But we're going to take Houston this week against Jacksonville, minus 6.5. They should cover. Okay, moving on. So we got the LA Raiders and the KC. Super Bowl champs, what'd I tell you? Take it down New England, but they didn't have Cam Newton. I'll admit it. Brian Hoyer and the other guy, but they played well. New England played well with that shit. Couldn't believe it. We got the Las Vegas Raiders. They played well the first couple weeks, and now they're just falling off the wheels. I don't know. Chucky, maybe you should take the hat back off and show that fucking bald head with that hair. Maybe that'd help. That's what happened when you got the wins. But KC's minus 12.5. Big number. Big number. I love my Super Bowl champs. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love that team. Kelsey's my fantasy tight end. He's going to do it for me again this week. 4-0. Juicer's 4-0 in fantasy. Just so you know. All right. KC minus 12.5. I don't think they're going to cover the 12.5, but we're taking KC. Okay, moving on. We got the Arizona Cardinals against the Jets. The Jets. They are horrible. I picked you last week because all of a sudden Darnold scrambles for 50 yards. It gets a touchdown. And you're leading the game halfway through the game. And then you fell apart. I don't know what's going on with that team. You know, and then you're down with 9 seconds to go, and you have 9 seconds to go in the game, and you're losing. You're not going to win. You don't even have the ball. So I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You stand up, you shake your hand, you say, thank you, kick my ass. But guess what? What the fuck are you doing? 2 personal fouls in 9 seconds at the end of the game. You know, have some sportsmanship. You're an NFL fucking player. And you hit six personal fouls. You're not going to win a game that way. Listen to the Juicer. Pay attention. But Darnold's out. Hurt his shoulder. He's gone. They're bringing in the Super Bowl champ with the Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco. But I still can't take it, Joe. Arizona's in a disarray. They lost a couple of games. They're -7. I don't know if they're going to cover that 7 with Joe Flacco on there. Jets are at home. Arizona's got to come all the way from there, but I just can't pick the Jets. I can't pick you anymore until you prove me wrong. So we're going to Arizona. Don't know if they're covering the 7. We're going to Arizona. Okay. We're moving on to Philly at Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh's -7. Philly got to win. You must have went and got the cheesesteaks, just like the Juicer said, but you didn't send me one. That's okay. Juicer's trying to lose weight. He doesn't need a cheesesteak. Okay. But you got the win. You must have got a cheesesteak. But, come on. That Mullins, number 4 on Frisco, Brett Favre's butt-fuck-up buddy that thinks he's Brett Favre, threw an INT at the 20 to give you a little bit of a lead, and then you just held on. But, okay, we're going to give you the win. But you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're not fucking, they're waiting around. They didn't get to play last week because of COVID. They're hungry. That defense is hungry. The steel curtain. Okay, -7, we're taking Pittsburgh all the way. Philly, sorry, you're in disarray. But guess what? You're still in the division because Dallas can't win a fucking game. Giants can't win a goddamn game. I mean, it's unbelievable, this division. I wish the Bears were in it. We'd be all-stars going on over there. All right, moving on. We got Buffalo and Tennessee. What is going on with Tennessee? They put these protocols in for the COVID, and your facility's locked down, and then you're hiding special fucking practices that they found out about, and now they're investigating. So all you motherfuckers that did that shit are going to get fined, and I'm glad you are. But I can't take you. I can't take you. You're in disarray. You might not get in the building until Saturday for a walkthrough. You haven't practiced. You haven't been in there for almost 2 weeks now. And then you got more guys testing positive today. I know it's a Thursday edition. I usually do it on Wednesday, but I'm doing a Thursday edition because I was out of town. But, hey, we got to take the Pittsburgh Steelers and the steel curtain. The Watt are going to go crazy. They're gonna take them down. I'm sorry, and it's at Pitt. Come on. Philly going in a Pitt. You suck. All right? All right, we're taking Pittsburgh Steelers -7. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're moving on. We took the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we were talking about Tennessee and Buffalo. Sorry about that, folks. So we're going to go with Buffalo. We got to take Buffalo. I mean, there's no line on the game because we don't know if it's going to play because these motherfuckers are cheating. Practicing outside. Stay away from people. We want football. The Juicer wants football. I want it fair, and you can't do that if you're not following the rules. Okay, so we're going with Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, MVP year. The guy's throwing for over 300 yards. Passer ratings through the roof. 128 or something for 4 games. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I like Diggs. That motherfucker, he's getting me points. So that's good. We're going to go that way. All right, so Buffalo Bills. Moving on to LA Rams against the Washington football team. This team's in disarray. They're done. Hopkins, he's out. They're putting some other guy in. Rams are a tough team. They didn't get past, they got past the Giants last week, but not real big. They did enough. But hey, everybody has an off game. They're on the road 2 weeks in a row. But they're on the road again. But we're going to take the LA Rams -7. We got to. Washington football team, you got to prove it. You got to prove it. Can't pick you until you prove it. Okay, moving on. We got Miami at Frisco. Frisco -9. What? With Mullins? You lost last week to Philly. Probably because they had those cheesesteaks. But, I'll pick you this week, Frisco, and you better come through because Kittle went off, and he's back. But you got the bearded one. He's tough. He's always in the game. Came back last week, made it close, but, didn't matter. They lost the game. But I don't know if they're going to cover tonight. But we're going to take Frisco. Okay, moving on. We got Denver and New England. There's no line on this game either. New England's doing everything right. It looks like they're going to play from what I hear today. Okay, my sources are telling me. Even though I'm out of town, I'm still in touch with everybody. And Denver, you got it done last week, but it was against a bad Jets team. So we're going to take New England at home. I don't know the line. Even if Brian Hoyer is starting, or even Cam Newton might play. If he plays, you might as well load up on fucking New England if he plays. But we're going to go over there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, moving on. We got Indianapolis Colts against the Cleveland Browns. Colts -2 on the road. Cleveland's getting 2 on the road. I keep telling you, Cleveland, run the ball. You've been running the ball. You had 300 yards, 307 yards last week in rushing. What'd I tell you? Run the effing ball. But Indy, they're number one in defense on like everything. Passing, rushing, third down efficiency. They're unbelievable. I mean, I told you this Colts, beginning of the year, I told you this Colts team had a good defense. It just took a little bit. But they're there, man. They're good. For that reason, you don't have Nick Chubb. He's out. You still got Kareem Hunt, but he's nursing a little bit injury. He did play last week. I told you I didn't know, but he played. Did well, and they got that other backup. But they're not going to run against an Indianapolis Colts like that. You're going to rely on Baker Mayfield to try to throw it Odom or do that trick play with Landry, whatever you're going to pull off. But I don't know, man. I think Indy's going to be ready for it on the road. I'm sorry. I love you, Cleveland. I like Baker Mayfield. Fouled him when he was in college. But and if they win, that's great for the dog pound. But I got to take the Colts. Got to take the Colts in this -2. Cover the field goal. No problem. All right, here we go. So we got the Giants against Dallas. My God, the Giants. I mean, you put up an effort. Finally, listen to the Juicer. You put up an effort. But Dallas, you're in disarray. You can't stop nobody. You can score points, but you can't stop nobody. Last week, I thought you were going to come home, take care of Cleveland with that fake crowd. Jerry Jones sitting on the sideline clapping his hands. Hey, let's go. No. Guess what, Jerry? You're not giving the money to fucking Dak Prescott. That's why they're not winning the game. Okay? And Zeke Elliott, run the ball. Run the ball with Zeke. I keep telling you that. You run the ball, it's going to set up the play action. The Giants have no idea what's going on. But you will get a win this week at home. You lose this game, I don't know if I can pick you the rest of the year. I don't know. I put you in my teaser last week, and you blew it up. Juicer could have been 4-0, but I'm 3-1. But hey, that's okay. We'll let it go. But we're going to take Dallas in this game. Don't know if they're going to cover the 10. Well, they probably will cover the 10 because Giants can't even score any points in any of their games. Dallas is scoring 35, whatever it is, 38 points a game. Giants can't even get there. So we're going to go with the Dallas Cowboys in this game. Okay, Sunday night, we got Minnesota against Seattle. Seattle's at home, -7. Minnesota got your first win. You ran the ball. That kid had plenty of yards. Kirk Cousins, you did okay. You managed the game. You got it done. There you go. There you go. You're on the right track. But guess what? Seattle's a different juggernaut, man. Seattle is a juggernaut. And Russell Wilson, Jesus Christ, this guy gets it done no matter what. Metcalf and all the other guys. It's hard to beat them. And they're at home. So I'm sorry, Minnesota, you're going to be down. But that's good because you're not going to be at the top of the North Division. Okay. We got the Monday night game is LA Chargers and New Orleans Saints. Well-oiled machine. They got it done last week. I told you they would. They're getting better. It was all Drew Brees. I mean, the guy was phenomenal. LA Chargers, you put up a good fight against the old man at Tampa Bay. Scored a lot of points, but you fell apart at the end. Brady come back, throw 5 touchdowns. What? That old guy threw 5 touchdowns on that defense? Come on, Chargers. And now you reversed your call, Mr. Head Coach over there, saying, oh, Tyrod Taylor's my guy. Oh, I just saw on the NFL Network that you're going with the kid from Oregon the rest of the season. That's the right call. That's the right call. Kid's been passing for 300 yards, but I don't think you're going to get it done against the New Orleans Saints in the Dome. But you also got the big rainstorm coming. You got hurricane coming. Who knows what's going to go on with that? Goddamn New Orleans. You have problems every time you play, but thank God there's going to be no fans. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that is all the picks for Week 5, and we're going to go in to the teaser of the day. We are going to take, boy, this is a tough one, folks. We're going to take Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a big bye with the Corona, with the Tennessee Titans. All they got to do is win the game. They'll be -1. And the second team is going to be the LA Rams. We're going back to the LA Rams, -7. All they got to do is win the game. 6. There it is. The teaser that's going to blow you up, and you're going to win all kinds of money. Listen to the Juicer. Okay. That's it for Week 5. Let me shout out to the first responders. We got to make sure. We got to stay safe, folks. And I will see you next week back in the studio. I got no fancy graphics this week, no microphone. Just had to do it remotely. Make sure you fans get the picks that you need. All right. We'll see you next week from Juicer's Corner.